My name is Rowan Flad. I'm a faculty member in the anthropology department here, and I work on archaeology in China. And so what I'm going to tell you a little bit about today is a prediction method, a divination process that was used in early China. And in particular, I'm going to be talking about a period in Chinese history at the beginning of the dynastic cycle, so about 3,500 years ago, associated with a dynasty called the Shang dynasty. Have any of you ever heard of the term oracle bones? Oracle bones often bring to mind writing. And the reason for that is that the first inscriptions known from China, first writing we know from Chinese context, and the first historical documents we have come from bones like these. And so the documents that we have that mark the beginning of the historical record in China are divination records for the most part. And they're records that document a series of questions or issues that the Shang court wanted to know more information about from the spirit world around them. Inscriptions were first identified by an aristocrat who lived at the very end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century, named Wang Yiru. And he was sick and had some member of his household go to the apothecary to get what were sometimes referred to as dragon bones. These were essentially bones that were found in archaeological contexts that would then be ground up into powder and added into medicine. And those powders were thought to be beneficial to one's health. And so he sent somebody out, and they brought back some bones like this one. And what we have on here is an inscription that's a fragment of a divination record. Wang Yi recognized that this was writing because he was a scholar himself. He recognized that they bore some similarities to characters that he knew from archaic contexts. And he started to compile these, buy them up from apothecaries around all over the place. We learned a lot about the Shang based on these, and what we've learned mostly about is what the Shang royalty were most concerned about, and they were divining about. Each of these divination inscriptions has several different sections. They don't all have it, but a complete one has several different sections. It has a date on it, which is very important. Now, these are not absolute dates. They're dates in a cycle of 60 days. So there's a 60-day cycle, and each of these inscriptions, when they're complete, will have two characters at the beginning of it that mark the date within the 60-day cycle. Then they will tell you about who it is that was responsible for the divining. And then after that, there's a charge. There's basically a topic about which the diviners wanted to know. And then what would have happened is you would have had diviners who recorded the dates. They recorded the topic that they were divining about, not on the bones initially. Then they wait to see what happens, and then they record the result. And then all of that is inscribed onto the bones in certain cases.
Reading about the John Snow Club.
Learn more at predictionx.org, where you can stay up to date on all of our latest offerings and interviews.